In our house, Christmas never started with gifts, not with the tree, or even the smell of pine needles and candles. It always began with the quiet creak of a wooden box, taken down from the top shelf of the wardrobe. Inside that box lived our family story. Many years ago, my grandfather, a man of few words with rough hands and a remarkably gentle heart, carved a nativity scene from wood. He didn't do it for decoration. For him, it was an act of devotion. He spoke little, but every movement of his hands carried meaning. At the center of the scene was always the child, not just an ornament or a symbol, but the one for whom everything existed. Mary sat nearby, quiet and attentive. Joseph stood a little apart, like a man who doesn't understand everything but remains faithful. Above the stable were angels. Around them stood shepherds, wise men, and animals. Every single year, my grandfather added one new figure. He never said which one it would be. It was always a surprise. That's how the sheep appeared, the cows, the donkeys, the little birds on the roof of the stable. After my grandfather passed away, the box was handed down to his son, my father, and he continued the tradition, not because he was particularly religious, but because he couldn't let it disappear. He was an engineer, a man accustomed to measuring, calculating, and proving things. Faith, to him, seemed beautiful but vague, unnecessary. And yet, every Christmas, he picked up the carving tools. Over the years, the figures multiplied. Children appeared first as own, then the neighbors. The kids all knew each year someone new would join the manger scene, and every Christmas morning, laughter would fill the room. That's me. Look, I'm right here. I'm holding a star. The scene grew until it covered half of our large dining table. But this year, my father couldn't decide what to carve. He kept walking around the box, opening it, then closing it again. It felt like everyone already had their place. This time, you'll help me, he finally said to us kids. Write down who you'd like to see in the nativity, but it has to be a secret. We treated it like a game. My little brother was the first to bring him a note. My father unfolded the paper. It read, Dad, carve yourself. Give yourself work clothes and your tools. Then everyone will know it's you. My father stared at the paper for a long time. He didn't feel joy, only a deep sense of unease. He didn't see himself as someone walking toward the manger. He wasn't opposed to Jesus, but he wasn't a follower either. He was used to standing near the scene, but not within it. The next day, my sister approached him with a carefully folded piece of paper. Dad, it's a secret, she said. I thought of it myself. The drawing showed a man, modest, slightly bent forward. Underneath, she had written, This is Dad. At first, my father smiled. But then he imagined the guests coming over. The questions, the subtle smiles, the mockery. He felt deeply uncomfortable. Late that evening, he took out his tools, not really knowing why. It was as if his hands were working on their own. And so, a new figurine was born, a man in work clothes. No grandeur, no decoration. On Christmas Eve, we children spotted it immediately. That's Dad, my sister cried out. He's standing a bit off to the side. My brother noticed. Let him stay there, my father said quietly. But he's walking toward the child, my sister said with complete confidence. Those words stayed with him. During the holidays, our guests came. Some praised his craftsmanship. Others smiled ironically. Bold of you, placing yourself among these figures, a neighbor said. Now you're almost a saint. My father said nothing. The next morning, he rose early. He went to the table, picked up the figurine of himself, and threw it into the garden. It didn't belong, he told us. It was too modern. That's exactly why we liked it, my brother whispered. That evening, my sister spoke to him again. Dad, if you carve another one, carve yourself bowing, and place your tools before the child. Why? He asked. Because the shepherds and the wise men brought what they had, she said, and we bring what we have. That night, my father couldn't sleep. The next day, my sister hurt herself badly while trying to carve a figure of her own. At the hospital, sitting beside her bed, he finally understood. All this time, he had been afraid to take that one small step. Late that night, he went out into the garden. He searched for a long time among the fallen leaves, and he found the figurine. In the morning, it was back in the manger scene, but it was no longer standing apart. "That's where you belong," my sister whispered from her bed. My father nodded. He finally understood. The child in the manger doesn't ask for our perfection, he just asks for our heart. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more.